Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Adam, and in today's episode we have a rather good car to show you. It is the SKODA ELROQ. Ollie's over here. What you're interested in seeing today, Ollie?
Well, today I want to see this car because I think it's a good competitor for the EV3. I want to take you on a UK test drive to show you what it's like on the road, talk about some of its cool features as well, and I want to share with you exactly why this car is called the ELROQ. If that sounds good, then keep on watching. Just to let you guys know, we release an episode every single Friday. Next week, we check out the brand new VW ID Buzz. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the episode. The ELROQ is Skoda's first fully compact SUV, designed to replace the Karoq and built on the same MEB platform as the VW ID4. You get 4 trims, the SE, the SEL, Edition and Sportline. And Sportline is the one we're testing out today. Now with the ELROQ, you get 3 versions. You get a 50, a 60, and an 85. The 50 is 168 brake horsepower, the 60 is 201 brake horsepower, and the 85 is 282 brake horsepower. Those have different size batteries, so you're looking at 52 kilowatt hours on the smaller one, 232 miles of range. Then it goes to 59 kilowatt hours, 260 miles of range, and the 85 is 77 kilowatt hours, and you're looking at 360 miles of range, and they are all rear-wheel drive. I'm in the SKODA ELROQ. I think it's a good looking car. Immediately when I've jumped in, I can feel the seat kind of pushing into the back of my shoulder blades. And that kind of makes me feel like I'm being kept in position. The infotainment, I've got to say, it's so satisfying when you touch it and you move it across. It's got a nice little satisfying swipe to it. I've got a little digi-dash behind my steering wheel. This one, for reference, is the 85. So it's the bigger battery and it's the sport line as well. So we're at an event today and a lot of them like to bring the top trim level, don't they, to kind of show it off. I've got 88% battery, 270 miles of range. One thing I really like already is you've got these shortcut buttons down here. So if I want to go and change the mode, I can click mode, change my driving mode, eco, comfort, normal, sport and individual. And it's one where you can only flick down, you can't like flick up, some of the switches go up and down, but that's really handy. And I've got a driving assist button straight away on the wheel as well, so you can turn off your lane keep assist, your drowsiness monitor and so forth, which I have so we don't get any of the bings and bongs. I would say suspension is pretty smooth so far. I haven't hit many lumps and bumps, we'll come on to that a bit later, but I'm pleasantly surprised just how quiet the ride is, the cabin inside. It's not really a windy day at the moment, but it's pretty relaxed at the moment. I've got a heads-up display in there, which looks good, and that shows that I'm averaging 1.9 kilowatt per hour at the moment. That's pretty handy to have that display up there. Let's check out the ELROQ's boot space. You've got 470 litres of boot space, and there's loads of little quirky features here that I like. You've got this net, which can keep your cables underneath your parcel shelf. I think that might be an added option, but this is the sport line, so it might come with it. You've got this other little weird catcher that hooks on to these little clips either side. That could be pretty handy. And then this kind of like mat, which is going to stop anything that's wet. And then underneath here, let's have a little look. We have another little chamber that you could put something down there. So you'll have to let me know, is that enough boot space for you? Before you go, let's check out and see if it's got a frunk. Because obviously it's an electric vehicle, it's always good when you've got a bit of a frunk as well. Do like the front of the car, it does look cool. Okay, so no frunk. So just that 470 litres of boot space. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
If you think we've deserved your support in this episode, or maybe another one, you can always buy us a coffee in the description down below, just to help us with our channel and our journey along the way, so we can keep bringing you the best info on cars in our videos. Ollie's got a coffee.
Just keep us caffeinated, guys. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. The link is in the description below.
Okay, let me show you around this ELROQ to see what it's like from the outside. Is it good? Is it bad? Let's start off with the front of this car, because I think this is probably the best angle. Why you look so excited?
Yes!
I've never seen you look so excited about a car.
Because,
look at his face.
Yes!
Look
this
at his
is,
face.
I love it. Look at it. Look. This is cool.
That's too exciting.
Do you know what? This is so cool because this is their new design language and they've called it modern solid. They want to tell you that the car's robust, it's solid, but also it's modern. And to be honest with you, it looks really futuristic. And the trend of having a really sleek daytime running light and then your big main lights underneath, makes the car look really sporty and aggressive, and you see more brands doing it. And I just think that is the way the cars now look really futuristic.
That's true.
And they've done this so well.
I don't think anyone can argue that that's not a good-looking car. I mean, it's just a nice size. The front of it looks very futuristic. It does look very cool. Look, let me show you just the front end. Like, they've done a solid job
Look
here.
at these segments. Look at these. These segments are square. They're blocky, and that to me, it's very cybernetic. It just looks futuristic.
Cybernetic.
Yeah, it's a good
Interesting.
word.
Right, moving around the side then, you've got these wheels that are very average. They've really let the side down because...
But look at the tyre wall on it.
I know. I think
like that.
if you had some sporty wheels on this would go to the next level. But yeah, that's a bit weak, isn't it?
These are 19 inches. It's the Sport line, which is the top trim level, and you've got the regen paddles with the Sport line. You don't get that with the other models, and it's the 85 as well, which is 360 miles of range on that battery.
Just to give you an idea of perspective, it's a small SUV, isn't it?
Yeah.
With limited boot space, which you've already seen. But moving around to the back of the car, it looks very Skoda, doesn't it?
Well, this just reminds me of the Enyaq, the bigger car.
Yeah.
Similar tail lights. It looks good. I mean, this is what you expect.
It's a bit plasticky. It's a bit middle-aged, isn't it?
Yeah.
Suits you.
Yeah, you cheeky bug. But I think the front of the car is, I could look at that all day. Front of the car really good, and I love the colour that they promoted it in, the green. It was like a cool army green khaki. In white, I've got to be honest, it probably doesn't look great
It's
in
letting
white,
it
does
down. I feel like the front's good, but they've just sort of given up with the back.
And then you've got these little vents here that are just for details, but they're not active aero into the side of the wheels. But the front is where it's at. And isn't also, because it's the Sport line, why is there chrome on it? Yeah.
I don't know.
I
mean,
you got the
quite
privacy
like
glass,
chrome.
but...
That's true. Anyway, that's been the outside. Let us know what you think about it in the the comments.
Let's talk about charging with the ELROQ then. So it can accept a max charge of 175 kilowatts with the 85 version, and it's 10 to 80% in 28 minutes, 145 kilowatts and 165 kilowatts max on the 50 and 60, 7 kilowatts on a wheel box, you're looking at 0 to full in 8 hours, and 12 hours for the 85 version. Okay, one thing that I think is pretty important is to find out what are the comfort levels like in the rear seats on an actual journey. I've got Adam with me in the back. Talk to me, Adam.
Okay, so let me give you a little verdict of what it's like in the rear seat. So starting off with my knee room. So let's go. I've actually got quite a bit of knee room here. I feel like there's no complaints there at all. You've got a little bit of storage as well for your phone or whatever you want to put in there. Also, you've got a lovely blind that is great for kids in the back. So that comes with the ELROQ, which is good. These massive bright seat belts, which are quite cool, unusual to find in this sort of car. But the actual materials around me, they're actually quite nice and squidgy, nice and leathery. Let me take you down to the floor because you've got this interesting storage tray down here. I don't know if you can see that, but that's quite interesting. I haven't really seen that before. And also 2 USBs, heated seats in the back with some fans. So you are treated in the back to quite a bit of luxury, but headroom wise, I'm finding it absolutely fine. There's no problems there. And you can see quite clearly through to the front, throughout the front window, so the seats aren't too big. But yeah, overall, I think it's quite good for anyone that wants to go in the back seats.
So in the ELROQ, in the Sport line, you get regenerative paddles. Now you don't get these in the other trim levels, which is a little bit annoying, isn't it? Because it's nice to have the regen. Now when you're in D mode, you can press the left one, you've got 4 different levels here, level 3, level 2, and level 1. So I'm just trying to put it on the most to see what it's like. But actually, if you put it into B, the paddles actually don't work. So if you want it in the max regen, I would just flip your gear toggle into B and then lift off, and then that way you can harvest and regen back into that battery. So I think that's a pretty handy tip if you don't want to be messing around with the regen paddles. Now what I have noticed is the steering, the weight of it works rather well when you're in eco, when you're tiggling along in the towns. You know, the steering's good, it's predictable, it's nice and responsive, and the drive itself is nice and smooth. And you just notice when you do put it into sport. Now I've got a couple of bends here, so this will be good. But I'm just in eco at the moment, just going to give it a bit of a blast. And that power there is very, very progressive. very smooth. Now we're going to put into sport mode. Here we go. And the steering just stiffens up a little bit, which I rather like. Gives me a bit more confidence on these tighter corners. Steering stays in place. Now I'm going to give it a bit of a blast in sport. See what that's like. There we go. Oh, that's much better. That is much better. I'm really impressed with the balance of this ELROQ. I think, oh yeah, it's just tickling my fancy just a little bit. It's just, everything works just so well, and it stays pretty composed, like minimising the body roll. This is a tight corner and it banks a little bit. It feels like a NASCAR driver in this, and it just stays nice and planted, balanced. You can position it well. I don't see a ton of bonnet, but after a while it doesn't really matter. And I think, you know, it's got a lot going for it. The look of the car looks great, looks really modern, but the driving dynamics, keeping it in sport. Oh, there we go. Hear that bit of tyre squeal? Bit of tyre squeal there. And you know what? You can have a lot of fun with this car. This is great. And I've still got it in B as well. So when I lift off, I'm harvesting back. But overall, suspension's good as well. We did hit some really big kind of bars that run across the road. You can test the suspension, and it was kind of like doof, 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 doof. So I think it's slightly on the firmer side, but overall comfort is good, and anything else, you know, it just soaks everything up.
Right, so let's have a little look around the interior of this car, because there's loads to talk about with this, and it's all pretty cool. Let's turn you around to have a little look. Starting off with this, Ollie, talk to me about this.
I really like this, and when you put your finger here, it's got that. It's just really soft. It works. You know, some infotainment screens just feel a bit different. Try it, Adam.
It's a soft
screen.
screen.
Try it. Yeah, it's a soft screen. Try it.
It just feels like a screen.
Anyway, all right, listen, it's good. I'm telling you, it's good. It's responsive. I think they've really got better at their design and their software now. It just works really well, really fast, and you know, you can go.
It feels intuitive. Doesn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
The graphics are nice.
They are. I'm not too sure about these green blobs, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you have CarPlay as well, or Android Auto, you know, it negates this anyway. But look at these. These are really handy. So I like that you've got an assist button, so you can go down, and let's turn them all off together, because some people want to know, how do I turn off this, Oliver? So look, go through them, click it up, you can have it in that mode.
So you're talking about the driving assists here.
Yeah.
But we don't need to do all of that, because that's quite boring.
Okay, just do
So all your buttons here, that's good to see, because old people like buttons, so that's good.
Yeah, Adams loves the old buttons.
This whole dash design is quite interesting. The dash is quite big. I feel like it goes over there quite a lot. So
yeah, it's quite deep, isn't it? You don't really see much of the bonnet at all. It kind of just falls away from you. Soft materials here. You've got this orange contrast
this is
stitching.
very soft. I do like the layout of this dash. It flows quite well.
Yeah, but the interior makes it look a lot more racy, right? With the orange seat belts and the orange and then you've got the chrome. It's not as sportier on the outside, like with the wheels.
Yeah,
and
why has a Skoda got orange seat belts that's not a VRS?
Well, yeah, and also it doesn't really, with the white, it's all off, isn't it?
I mean, I'm into it a little bit.
Ooh, are you into it? I'm into it.
I quite like the actual seat design. Look, these are fairly squidgy.
Also, look at my tiny knob.
What?
Down here, no, I'm talking about the knob of the car. The knob down here, this is your little reverse drive into B again. Like if you're aware with the platform.
If you've got big hands, that might be an issue.
I mean, you've got that's
Get off
the
my
same
hand.
thickness as your finger. It is.
Shut it.
Chunky finger. Wireless charger.
Wireless charger down here with a couple of USB-Cs, which is good to
Handy.
see. 2 cup holders, which you can remove the middle bit. What are you going to put here apart from your keys? It's just a bit of a weird shape, isn't it?
Skoda love doing bits like
It's
that.
like the VWs do that as well. And I don't
Also,
like it.
look, just so you know, if in case we didn't.
What are you doing? Oh,
Brolly.
Skoda umbrella.
So we noticed that before. Remember, it comes with a ice scraper and a brolly. They still got the brolly in here, in your doors. Skoda do that. I think that's pretty fancy.
They're the only brand that do that.
I think Rolls-Royce or Bentley used to do it as
Rolls-Royce
well.
do it, but
They give you a longer one though. This
Yeah.
is an extender.
Rolls-Royce or Skoda, what do you reckon? I don't know. Anyway, this is quite plasticky. There's more stuff you can move around. It's very customisable and a bit utility, isn't it? It's like stuff to move around.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice bit of storage. Jesus, there's loads of stuff in here.
It's all it's like building Lego, isn't it?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's handy.
Anyway, I'll give you that to you. Moving on to the door bins. Door bins are quite nice and deep. That's that really.
There's a little digi dash behind the wheel, and what I like about it, it isn't blocky or square. Look, it's created a bit of like an oval shape here under this cowl, which is quite soft. That works well. Heads-up display as well. And I think wheel, I like the wheel. It's chunky in the right places too. And if you're thinking about the name ELROQ, I'm going to tell you. So the reason why it's called ELROQ is it's basically 2 words. You know, like motel or brunch. Think of electric Karoq. So the other small SUV they do, the SKODA ELROQ, this is basically that. It's electric, so they've gone with SKODA ELROQ. That's why it's called it. So what's quite interesting is we've done a little bit of a 20-minute, 30-minute drive with the car. It's got a 77 kilowatt-hour battery because it's the 85 version. Skoda say that's 360 miles of range. However, I've got 2.1 miles per kilowatt hour. I have kept it in sport for a while, I guess, and that works out 154 miles of real-world range. Now, obviously, if you've got it in eco for a little bit longer, and maybe you're someone that owns a vehicle and you want to tell me what you've been averaging, but 360, me and Adam have a little chat, and he thinks you could get over 200. But obviously, again, in the UK, it is quite cold, but we're just telling you firsthand our little driving experience today, 2.1 miles per kilowatt hour.
All right, so that's been our little episode on this Skoda ELROQ, and I think we both really like this car. It's definitely an interesting one. It's got fairly good range. I think it's for those people who don't want a massive boot. Ollie, what's your opinion? What do you think?
I'd be very interested to see how these come up on lease deals. So I'm going to have a little look at an ELROQ, an EV3, maybe a Volvo EX30 as well, and see which works out the best. But I've been very impressed with this car. I've got to be honest, Skoda are starting to get better and better each time with every car I drive. Let me know what you think about the ELROQ in the comments down below. As always, throw us a like if you like the episode. Get a sub to Car Chat TV, and I'll see you on the next one. If you've made it this far, thank you ever so much for watching. I've just popped up 2 more videos on your screen that you also may like. If you do watch one, let me know what you think.